in the 1940s and 50s was finally declassified and released. The frightening footage shows what life would be like in the event of a nuclear holocaust. And many people unhappy with the results of the 2016 presidential election believe President Trump could create this kind of apocalypse. Some have even begun prepping for the end of the world. Joining me now, Colin Waugh, the creator of Liberal Preppers. So, Colin, what exactly are you preparing for?
We are preparing for any disaster scenario.
So you're preparing for a Trump-related disaster?
Whether it's Trump-related or not is irrelevant, but there are some specifics related to some of the things that President Trump has done that have scared liberals enough to make liberal preppers.
Well, give me an example of something that Trump has done which you think might lead to an apocalypse scenario. Our
fear is over the First Amendment. When President Trump began attacking the media, I realized, and so did a lot of others, that a prerequisite to fascism is control over the media.
So you believe Trump might lead to some sort of fascist state? Is that what you're saying?
It's entirely conceivable. From what I've seen, from what liberals have seen, it would appear as if he is in it for himself. When I look at him, when other liberals look at him, what we see is more or less a businessman that hijacked the presidency.
Okay, so you believe tyranny is on the way and there could be some sort of civil war, and you're preparing for such an event. How specifically?
We have protein bars, we have canned goods, we have 140 liters of water. My wife and I am talking about. We have 2 firearms for defense purposes only.
Okay. And what are the firearms going to defend against, do you think?
Civil unrest. In the event that there is no civil accountability and civilians are more or less allowed to do what they wish, I mean, it's not exactly a secret that humanity is the #1 predator on the face of the earth, and we excel at nothing better than killing each other.
Well, listen, do you ever consider that you might be taking things to a little bit of an extreme, Colin?
No, I don't. If you look at the calls for division versus the calls for unity, it's about an 80-20 split.
Okay.
If you look at the rhetoric on Facebook, liberals in their own echo chamber and conservatives in their own echo chamber have literally started extremely aggressive rhetoric up and to death threats.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, if stuff does hit the fan, are Trump supporters allowed to come into your hideout and eat some of your rations and hang out for a while?
Well, you know, circumstances prevail. It depends.
Ooh, okay. So it's not an open invitation. Only certain people are allowed.
Of course, it's not
in your prepping household.
Well, no, yes and no. Okay. I mean, you've got to realize, you know, circumstances prevail, and it's not a black and white thing.
Well, listen, Colin, good luck prepping for everything. And
thank you.
I hope you have enough canned goods to survive the Trump apocalypse. And I'd hope that if I ever sought refuge with you, you'd open your door, because I'm such a nice guy. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're at least very entertaining. So absolutely.
And you are too.
Have a good day. Thank you.